I needed to get this out really quick because I'm feeling a lot of intense energies again tonight. I'm feeling it's really intense, but for the last couple days, have you seen a peacock feather, right? The little eye within the peacock feather, that little design. I'm seeing that. Like that's my view, but the outline it started red and now it's like fading into this pink color. And I'm seeing the matrix not in numbers anymore. I'm seeing it in this eye that's looks like a peacock feather with like pink outlining. It's a darker pink. Um, but it just pops up randomly and it looks like it's building in front of me. I see it here again. It looks like honeycombs, shaped like a honeycomb, because there's millions of them. And then on the inside, it has like the peacock symbol image. I don't know what that is about. However, the intensity of whatever's happening during this full moon, it's heightening my okay. TMI to some people. However, to me, that's kind of strange. I find that to be a little strange because I'm in control of my own body. So I thought, but it's like my cleaning has been and any other spiritual symptoms that I'm seeing. I'm waking up and I'm seeing full color apparition energies, like in full color, like I can draw them. Um, Other symptoms that I'm feeling are intense. I can see the background of anything very quickly. You just have to show me where it is, and I can see where it's been throughout time. So I can see the beginning of where that spot had and then the end. And pretty intense. It's really, 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 really different for me. I thought I saw Durga today, this goddess who had a temple that I'm going to make the Durga temple here in this area. But her eyes, there was just something about her eyes that just stuck with me. Like I'm never going to forget her eyes. Like her mask was on 100% time, but I felt like we were in a masquerade and she was playing a role. But it's almost like she was the queen of this castle. And she welcomed me as a guest. And, I eat her food from the cafeteria, but I'm eating her food in a different realm as her guest, but it's cafeteria food. Or another example, she talked to me and she says, you know what, your one of the most unique people I've ever met. She goes, I want you to go to or to nurse school or become a doctor. She was like, I want you to be my colleague. She said, you should be my colleague. She goes, you're very, very intelligent. And she goes, you're very aware of yourself. And I'm giving her stuff like, oh, my name, like psychiatric stuff, like I'm death. Like I said, I know that death is, real because I am death. And she looked at me and she goes, like weird. And then I showed her how I conjured the sky, the sun in the sky, the electrical field. Basically, I tried to maneuver the electrical field in from a higher vantage point so that I can maneuver how the sun looks, right? So I can pass a message from the future. It's back to the future information through the sun code. And I'm showing her that, and she goes, wow, maybe you should be a photographer. And she goes, because that's beautiful imagery. She goes, oh, it's probably just how the camera is angled, or the camera is. And I was like, I wanted to tell her no, but I could sense her soul got very, after I showed her that image of who I am, I could sense her soul got very nervous and scared and ran out like she's God. She's God. Okay. I'm not, it's like a movie within 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 a movie. And I'm taking the halfway version of the movie and seeing it play out spiritually and the physical version of the movie and maneuvering how the rest of the versions are based on the words that I speak in this version of reality. I really wish that somebody could really sit and fucking talk to me about this shit. I really want somebody who I can pinpoint because I'm like, I don't know everything, but I know some real shit is going on because the way her soul reacted when I showed her the sun as an eye of Ra and changing into a square, she went fucking nut. Her soul went nut and like, and was on the ground and very Durga energy. And I was trying to get one of the goddesses. I'm like, calm her down. But they was like, nah, let her go. It was like very fragile. Like she was fragile. Her reality was fragile. So if I showed her something that put her over the fence, you know. So, and I showed that to people. If y'all follow me on my Z Girl page, I show everybody. They shut me out of my prophetess page. So I really can't be going on there. I don't have access anymore. I try my best to go back there. It's this one here. If y'all go through it. Move it. Maneuver was two. Darling. And back to one. Let me see if I can find it. And they said that you will. Yeah, come on, baby. Come on, Jim. Look at that. Bitch, you look good. And you know it. And you know it. And you know it, bitch. And you fucking know it. That's the sun, baby. That's my son. Show off for the camera, right? Show off for the camera, right? Bitch, hold on. Hold on, we are square. Come back to a square, bitch. Get back to your square. Show them bitches that square. Bitch. So I show everybody this video because I want to portray. I want to tell them something, and like even if something as this, you can't really see it. Let me see if I can turn the light on. See if that would make any difference. Or something like that. You can't tell, but it's a square. And then I show this one is a fully formed heart. But you can't really see it. But you follow me on Instagram, you'll see. Under Z Girl, not Prophetess. My Prophetess is private. I mean, in like this.
Can I come in?
Yeah. So hold on with me, okay? And then I'll get back with you. I'm going to get my blood pressure cuffed and checked. But basically, that's what I was experiencing from a spiritual standpoint. Um, because I know within, healthcare, they don't address both the shamanic practices, like in, you know, the Sudan, when you would come back from war, you would spend time with a shaman and a medical professor. Both of them working hand in hand. Energies off of you that were accumulated during war.
No issues around there? Okay.
The bottom number stays going back up. It's like a delicate balance in my body. I did just eat a sandwich and juice and stuff, but that shouldn't really affect it that much. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on, guys.
Want me to recheck it again?
No, that's pretty normal. I start getting concerned when it gets in the 110, so I'm not worried. It's pretty normal for me.
Let me tell you what I have here for you, okay?
Mm.
Catholics, probiotic.
The beta law is going to be for the blood pressure tonight. Okay, cool. Yeah, then that should work. But we just have to check it after an hour or 2 hours.
Okay. Does it drop it really low?
No, I just want to make sure that the baseline is going to be set for tomorrow. Because 101 bottom, I want it to at least be at least at the 90s. 96, 97 will be okay. But I wanted to keep it out of the hundreds on the lower level.
You have a whole thing. Now I'm just going to follow what you tell me, okay?
Okay.
All right. So you good with those four then? The labetalol?
I'm very happy with that.
Okay.
Yeah, I had the nifedipine earlier in the day.
Okay. So, name and birthday, please.
0824-1991, and then Meyer. I said Anana. Why did I say Anana? I said Anana Meyer. Why would I say Anana? What is going on with my tongue? It has a mind of its own. Anana is the ancient Sumerian goddess of love, sensuality, fertility, procreation, and also war. She later became identified as Akkadians and the Assyrians as the goddess Ishtar. What? That was a Freudian slip. Hi, it's me again. It's me again, girlie. I'm getting my medicine early
All
here.
right, so we come back in an hour and recheck.
Mhm.
Okay, could you come back in an hour and recheck her vital signs? Thank you, especially blood pressure mostly. Thank you.
The lower is running a little high tonight, but we're gonna watch it. We're gonna watch it. And is there any way I can get some ice? I haven't had that much water today. I haven't even had a full one. No,
Is this your first one?
it's my first one. I'm not even done. But I had 2 juices. Very sweet, sugary apple juice. I did. I'm not gonna lie to you. And a soda pop.
Is there anything I can get you? Need anything?
Mm-mm.
Not have any pain or anything? You're good there?
Mm-mm. Good here.
Okay. Just let me know if you need anything, okay? So do you want some just ice or ice water?
Oh, just ice for now. Yeah.
You can have
Put my clothes on. Clothes on. There's men out there. Okay, but did you see that Freudian slip? Or was it just me? I'm gonna have to rewind that. I want to have to rewind that. I said Anana Mayer. Is Inanna in the Bible? Why would I say that? Why would I say Inanna? She asked me, "What is your name?" I said, "It's under Meyer Inanna." Hello. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, yummy. Mm-hmm. Look at that. Mm-hmm. I was good. I know who I am, but why would I pick Inanna? Why would I just a Freudian split that shit out of my tongue? I mean, as in reality, as a nurse is talking to me. She is known as Queen of Heaven and the patron goddess of in Honor Temple at the city of Urda, which is her main cult center. She was associated with the planet Venus, and most her prominent symbols include lion and the 8-pointed star. I can see a way. I started listening to the Florence Henderson and Machine. The song "The King." Give her what she wants. Make her a king. Give her power and authority. She real good. My friend Amber Banks showed me her. We was talking. She has some petitions that she sent up. I answer her petitions with I answered her petitions with hail. Made her a king. She didn't even know, but she's powerful. All the girls manifest what they want. This is wild. Why would I say Anonymous? I am the morning and the evening star. If I wish it to be. It shall. Inanna is equally fond of making war as she is of making love. What? Hold on. Let me. They already typed this shit up, huh? What era? 90, 90, 94? 94. Okay, hold on. Let me see what they're talking about. Oh, okay. The young Inanna of Sumerian poetry who says, "Plow my vulva, man of my heart," is no less desirous than the Inanna Ishtar portrays in Gilgamesh. Let us enjoy your strength, so put your hand and touch our vulva. Oh man. Battle is a feast to her. The warlike aspect of the goddess tends to be expressed in politically charged contexts in which the goddess is praised in connection with royal power and military might. This is already visible in the old Akkadian period when Naum Sin frequently invokes the warlike Ishtar in his inscriptions and becomes more prominent in Neo Assyrian veneration of Inanna Ishtar, whose two most important aspects in the period, namely Ishtar of Nevaeh and Ishtar of Arbela, were intimately linked to the person of the king. The warrior aspect of Inanna Ishtar, which does not appear before the old Akkadian period, emphasizes her masculine characteristics, whereas her sexuality is feminine. The role of the goddess is legitimizing political war was wait, the role of the goddess in legitimizing political war was not, however, restricted to her masculine aspect as the warlike Ishtar, but is attested also for the sexual Inanna in her female aspects, attributed to early Sumerian history. The so-called sacred marriage ceremony celebrated the marriage of Inanna and Dumuzi, represented by the ruler. During the New Year festival to ensure prosperity and abundance, practiced in the late 3rd and early 2nd millennium BCE, and sacred marriage rite, which may have been only an intellectual construct rather than an actual event, nevertheless served as an expression of the relationship between the queen, the king, and the divine world. Accordingly, that many 3rd millennium rulers describe themselves as her spouse points to Inanna's significant agency in wielding political power. She sounds like a badass bitch. That's all I'm gonna say. She sounds like a badass bitch who had control of both her masculine and feminine identities, which everyone knows once you get control of that, you're getting control of your light body and your shadow body. I'm saying, I'm saying, I think she's beautiful. I, and the lion actually makes sense because I think of Angel, her spirit animal is a lion. She can be scary. She could be scary even to me. And that's my girl. I birthed it. Her soul can be really scary to me. That's why I make her an owl at night and not a lion. At night, she's an owl. During the day, she's a lion if she wants to be. What was I saying again? It's always the baby over. Crazy to me. I am death. I am Inanna. Let's try to break that down, actually. Let's see why. I don't want to read the Google contact version. Inanna means flower. Let me go in the story of Anna. Anna, Anakian, Akkadian, Harmony, the daughter of who? Harmony and Sin? What does that mean? The daughter of Harmony and Sin. Is in Anna. Oh, the marriage of Harmony and Sin is in Anna. Anna. Mhm. It means grace. So, um, ow. Okay, so let me go. Sin and Harmony had a baby, but they cannot be separate from each other. They must be in harmony. They must be in one. They must be in one person. In so they put it in Anna. Anna is grace. Grace is angel. I birthed angel grace. Anna. I'm in. She's Anna. No. She could be Anna. Anna. Grace. Grace. I birthed grace, which I finally birthed harmony and sin. Sin was unraveled to create 9. Harmony and sin are still 1. In Anna, grace. Hmm. Wow. My mind just goes through some rabbit holes. Mm-hmm. Anna. Go to the aspect of Ishtar, meaning I birthed my own light. Anna, grace, making me Ishtar. Ishtar. Tar was my mother was Tara. Tara is a princess who holds the crown. So my mother birthed me, and I birthed my mother, Grace. close sequence. Makes sense though. That Freudian slip because I can go back and forth to my daughter and live in her, and she can live in me. We just have to switch. I can go to my son. I can actually go to anybody. There's one kid that stuck with me so deep within my cellular structure when I worked at the restaurant. He was going to die of leukemia or something like that. And I lived in his body for what seemed forever. And I took hit after hit after hit for that kid. Shit. It was bad. But I finally lived through his life and he got happiness towards, his 30s. And he was able to walk on his own 2 feet and he didn't have as much trauma because I carried him. That was very difficult for me. Let's talk more about this plowing of we said plowing of the. Oh, I mean, I'm just gonna make this a really quick thing because I was getting a little corn doggy. I had horns growing out of my head. Maybe that's why. Because I saw something. And I want to tell y'all exactly what I saw. Say exactly what I saw. So this man and this woman was doing it in this area, right? The man was holding the woman around with her legs wrapped around him. And it was wild. It was like an untaming of some sort of beast character. Big ass, big ass, big ass energy. Her energy between the two started to become electrical. Like I saw blue fire, like bolts shooting from the feminine, from her portal, from her head, from the masculine, and it created this like fully electrical area. And it was shooting through the screen, and I was like this. Like I saw so much in that one moment in time that I was like flinching because I was like, oh shit, it's coming through the screen. I was like, sometimes I can't stand seeing what I see because I be seeing what I see behind what I see. And most of the stuff, in order to create, you got to have a ritual. 90% of the shit that you see in reality is ritual. In order to bring something to be as complex, it's a ritual. Most of the time, it's a sacred sexual ritual. I got a hold of this one person's. I'm not gonna name names. I'm not gonna name names. I got a hold of his ritual book. I don't know how, but I got a hold of his ritual book, and I said, "It's 2 a.m. and I must be lonely." And I said, "Baby, around the I'm telling you, his ritual book was packed. This boy has so many rituals. I was like, this Osiris. Osiris already fucking know it. We redoing the stories of the shit over here. That nigga is Osiris. He Osiris. I saw him kill and bring that bitch back to life. Bring that bitch And I said, hello, 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 hello. This morning, my man exclusively introduced me to some good extra love. He was like just as he should. Raheem, right? Bitch, right. Bitch, right. Okay. Bitch, right. What? Because you got all that. She sniffed. That shit real. You like, what the fuck? My spiritual dog ears went up. My nose was like, I was like, them niggas. I said, this nigga smell like home. He smell like home. I'm going home. That's why all the women, all the bitches love that. Love that right. All my goddesses love him. They love him. I saw this one ritual. I went back in time and watched this one ritual. Watched this one ritual, right? Where they set the girl in the open field. They let her go around, right? So the girl don't know that the dudes already know how to shape shift. So the girl start running. And this is a really really old ritual that is only done by professionals. But she start running in the field, and he's like, "I'm gonna give you, you know, da 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 minutes to get to the tree. If you don't get to the tree, you have to submit to me, right?" So they let the bitch go, and she running. He looking at his watch. He timing it, and as soon as it hit the moon, he he start going. He turned into a cheetah like energy, like a Black Panther. He turned into like a Black Panther and run after that bitch. That bitch look back and he a panther. She like, yeah, running shit. I'm like, y'all should let me direct one of these rituals because that bitch was gone. That bitch didn't make it to the tree though. He turned back into a human. Made her fall in love with him. Made him fall in love. Her fall in love with him. That's what the rituals was all about back in the day. Back in the fucking day, all the rituals was about can you make her fall in love with you? To make her produce your work for you. That ritual was so funny because the girls didn't know what to expect when he would do that ritual. I used to love watching that one. The black world and the black end of the world, it's hecka fun. It's hecka fun in the dark realm. It was hella fun. We used to have parties, and Darga used to have parties too. My girl Darga, she used to have parties here in Washington that used to rival all the competition. Me and Darga would get up, we would team up together, yin and yang, me and her, and we would make the best fucking ritual. All the niggas from all over, they would come from fucking star constellations we never fucking heard of to go to our parties. Me and her, we was wild. We showed the niggas how it was done. You know what? And I think I want to team up with that Florence and the Machine Girl because I feel like she got some fucking power. I want to put her on my roster. She fucking lit. That girl lit. Her shit is lit. I love that girl. But I'm gonna put Florence and the Machine Girl on my shit. But I'm gonna tell y'all another ritual Another fucking ritual that I fucking damn used to get me every fucking time. So like in the dark realm, when I'm in Nana, when I'm in this world of Inanna, and we're playing the Sumerian script, the Sanskrit. The Sanskrit is different because you have to bring your sand with you. That means that you have to have enough energy to charge up your cellular bag so you can make shit happen, right? So in one of the rituals, when I'm not going to talk about his black belt, I'm talking about Mabud. And Mabud, you go to Ishtar under Anana under 12. You open up the ones and the two. In between the two, the ones that drop in between the twos is a specific code, right? So the the ritual is regarding the feminine, um, the feminine wolf energy, right? So how I get to the most of the time is I'm white. My last name is white, so my sand is white. So my sands of time, when I bring my sand is white. Everybody have different color sands when they bring it to create in a ritualistic environment, right? Some people sand is pink, green, blue, depending on what rock they chose. Mine is white, which is cocaine, which is drugs. That's my saying. That's my saying. Everybody had everybody is their own in this temple. Everybody is their own goddess, right? Everybody's their own goddess. So you could have like Florence in a machine to be a queen or a king. She says she's a king, so she's king of her realm. My girl Amber, she king of the fairy world. My girl Aaron, I talked to Amber. My other girl Victoria, she's she is the you know goddess of the Scottish Irish warrior goddesses. So everybody has their own kingdom. This is why they name themselves kings, right? Within their own court, where they hold court. But during this one ritual where the white wolf comes, so basically, basically but when it does that, it turns into poison. That girl is poison. Mm-mm-mm-mm. It's poison. You put that in there, it's poison. So the man died, right? And, and the game was the nigga gotta get away before the motherfucking quake, before midnight. Otherwise, I get his stance. Otherwise, I take his stance, which means I take his power. But it was just to show the power. The pussy is power. It was just to show that. That was the only ritual that I got a lot of souls from. I got a lot of souls from back in that ritual. I called it the white wolf ritual under in between the ones and twos. It was like the ones had to open up to the two because it's on a 12, which is on a 3, which is on a Mother Maiden Chrome. If you're not one of the goddesses on Mother Maiden Chrome, which is the beginning, middle, and end of time, if you can't access those 3 points in time, then you're not considered a goddess, right? Every woman has access to the waning of the moon cycles, but it's how you program the beginning and end of your cycle of your blood moon, right? When if your blood moon ends in Virgo, if your blood moon ends in Pisces, if you get different powers associated with that portal, right? So for mine, I would always fall underneath the white. Anything if you see anything in the cycle that says, "Oh, white this or white that," then that was the my way of saying, "Hey guys, I'm going to be ruling this part of the sky at this time." hmm And then I would be like, "Yo, do a ritual under the white moon. Don't do it under the pink one or the green one. Let them bitches be. Like, do it under my portal. I can take care of you, you know. And then things got a little heated because men started only doing rituals under the white moon. They wouldn't do it under the pink moon or the blue moon or the green moon. They wouldn't do it under that moon because I required a sacrifice. I required the sacrifice of your, um, what is it called? I required the sacrifice of your loyalty, right? So this is why I would test the men to see if they were loyal to the feminine, right? And if he slipped under the rock, if he slipped under the rock, then he would lose his spot in masonry. So if he failed it, he would not be able to go into this realm, the physical realm, to become a mason, to be a builder of the blocks of the ritualistic environments. And then he wouldn't be able to perform any rituals. He couldn't do any rituals if he got his sand took. I used to take all the niggas' sand. And they would be mad because they were like, you tricked me. You tricked me. I was like, yeah, I tricked you. I tricked you because you was too focused on your own dick. You wasn't focused on the feminine. The game is to please the feminine so the sky can rain. Or in my case, hail. In order for me to put my stamp on the environment, it has to hail in that energy. So, but yeah, that was one of my. I used to, they called it parties. I call it rituals. And then they started making it scary and blah. Nah. I used to be like, nah, it's a sexual fucking break fest of a party. Yeah, y'all missing out on before y'all became prudes and stuck up fucking individuals. Y'all became so stuck up, hoity and shit. I'm like, bitch, I thought you get mounted by a fucking elephant. Stop playing with me. Stop acting like you holier than thou, bitch. I see the wild ass freaking rich. I don't want to talk about. I don't want to talk about it. Talking about some of them rituals back in the day should get you killed. Get you marked. Because nobody wanted their reputation at the house to be ruined. Most of it was a test to see how far that the guys would go. How far that the humans would take it. They did it. They did it anyway. I would look down. I'd be like, y'all motherfucking nasty. I'm like, that ain't a ritual. That's a legua being a trickster. That's Baba Edward fucking with you. And you making it a ritual. Okay. Okay. And then they would have the consequences for that ritual. Sorry. They would have the consequences for those rituals. And then they would come to me and be like, can you fix it? I said, nah, you nasty. I was like, cleanliness is next to godliness. And you ain't clean. Oh, it used to be so fun back in the day. I keep saying back in the day, even though the day is coming. But let me tell you about this man's blackbird. That's why they call me Ice. Isis. I always chewing on ice. This should drive people crazy. Y'all want to know how Ireland was created? I will put ice in my mouth.
balls in my mouth with ice, and I would roll my tongue around with 3 pieces of ice and two balls, and then I would take the side and swing it, and that's how I would create a world within the. So when the man, it would go right. I would print it out. I would print that shit out. But I had to access the of seeds, the sack of seeds. And when I accessed the sack of seeds, I was able to program the sand, the sand pack, the pack of sand. All right, I gotta go to a ritual. Bye.